Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a mutated creeper statue. His name is Carl. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button as it really helps me and the channel out very much. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Click that little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's make Carl. So just before we start building everybody, here are all of the materials that we will need to make our mutant creeper. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. The amount of space required to make your creeper is a 16 by 24 block area as represented by this white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you do feel as though it will help you out. And that's it. Pause the video if you have to, gather all that stuff, make sure you got enough room to make it, make sure you're ready to turn your world into a mutant creeper place, and once you are ready, we can begin. Step 1, my statue building friends. Come all the way over to the front right hand corner of your grid, if you've made it. We're going to start off by placing 4 black concrete on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to place a grey on top, and then 2 more lime on top of that. 1, 2. We're going to extend that lime concrete across the build by 3, 1, 2, 3, and also towards the back of the build by 3. 1, 2, 3. I then want you to extend that third block inwards, and then up by 2. 1, 2. We're going to extend that second block towards the back by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to drop it down by 3. 1, 2, 3. We are also going to extend that block across by 3 as well. 1, 2, 3. But more importantly, we are going to work our way back up to here. So where we extended down from. I want you to extend this block inwards. And then I want you to extend it to the right by 1. And then in 1 again. On top of this block, I want you to place 2 lime concrete, 1, 2, like this. We're going to extend the second lime backwards by 2, 1, 2. We're then going to extend upwards by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back by 2, 1, 2. We're going to extend up by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. I want you to then drop 1 row down and then come inwards, place a lime concrete and extend the lime concrete forwards by 2, 1, 2, go up 1, left 2, go up by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go right by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down by 2, 1, 2. Right by 2, 1, 2. Down by 2, 1, 2. Right by 2, 1, 2. And then go down 2, 1, 2. I want you to extend that block forwards by 1. You can join it to the left. But we then want to continue extending down by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then left by 2, 1, 2, and then down by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. So that 6th block you can actually extend forwards. You only want to extend it forwards until it hits some other green lime concrete blocks. I realize that we have kind of like a really weird shape at the moment. This will all look fantastic a little bit later on. We'll just have to deal with the mess for now. Anyway, we want to continue this by coming back down to where we kind of left off. We extended forwards, but primarily we want to take this corner block and we want to move up from it by 1. I want you to place a lime concrete extending outwards and extend the lime concrete left 2, like that, and also just right by 1, just like so. You can then extend the second block that we extended towards us down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then backwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then extend out. Go up on top. Right by 3. And then you want to go down. Grey concrete. Join down to the ground using black concrete like this. So, all in all, what we should have, it looks a little bit weird, but again, it's all going to come together very, very well. This is what we want to have so far. Now, let me show you how it's all going to come together quite nicely. Where we have the black concrete that hits the ground, you can extend it in both directions towards the front and across by 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You want to join them together in a box shape like this, and you want to make the corners of the feet as high as the rest of the black concretes that are surrounding us. You will then place grey concrete on top of the black with 2 rows, 1, 2, 1, 2 of lime on top. You can then join the lime concretes together all the way around just to form this. Kind of looks like if a creeper could make itself a torch, it kind of looks like that. Okay, so where we have the other lime concretes here, for instance, we want to extend the entire top row of this lime concrete. You can extend backwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just 1 row short of the end here. Then down by 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can form a box. So you can extend this entire row down on the side so that it is equal in length to the row that we just extended down. And as I said, you can extend the entire top row of that backwards as well. So all of that can get extended by 6. You can fill the middle of the side of the shape in also using your lime concrete too. And you'll also fill this in here. Underneath, you'll also want to fill that in where it connects to the foot, and also just here as well. So it's going to be a game of making shapes. When it comes to the foot, because I suppose we should really do this, all we're going to do pretty much is we're going to have 2 rows of lime at the top of the feet, so where the lime itself is and where the grey concrete is. All of this is just going to be lime concrete, and then the rest of the foot is going to be black concrete. And that's all there is to it. I was also, although it doesn't look quite oh, hang on, so hard to see where the black concrete should go, because on my screen in particular, it's really, really hard to see where you haven't placed it. It might look better to you to actually knock out some of the lime for some of the black from the top and replace it with lime, but it actually isn't supposed to look like that, so it's up to you whether you want to do that. And we have just a little gap there, so there you go. That's how the legs are supposed to go, and that's how most of the body work is going to be done as well. So I'll give you another for instance. So here where we have the foot, we can extend the black concrete backwards, 1, 2, 3. We can extend the foot across the side, 1, 2, 3 as well. Extend it around, join. You can raise up the corners so that they are equal in length to the black concrete for the rest of the corners, and then we can add the grey on top, and then we can fill in between the black concretes with our black concretes. And then, as you guys know, the top 2 rows are going to be lime, unless you do kind of want to have the same effect that I showed you, but it's not quite as correct, where you drop the lime down by another row, which it kind of looks cool, but again, it depends whether you're going for realism or whether you're going for just what looks good. The top of this can be filled in with lime, of course, because it has to be a solid shape. Make sure that all of the sides of the foot are filled in as well. We already know the dimensions of this particular part of the leg. We can just extend this block here forwards to connect to the foot, and then we can fill the side in. We already know the dimensions of the bottom as well, because we have this row of lime concrete, so this can simply get extended over. We know how far it should come across the top, because it is equal in length to the bottom as well, so you can just extend everything over so that it all matches, and then that will give you a nice box shape, and then you can quite simply just fill it in. So as long as you've got both of the sides done, X and Y, or however you want to say it, like across and above, like the width and the length, then you can simply just fill them in and you can turn them into solid shapes. All of this wants to be filled in as well, so it's easy to miss a block here and there. The entire side of your creeper can just be filled in exactly like this as well. And it may even benefit you to... it might benefit you. I do only say the word might. It might benefit us to actually make the body. So this would go here. It might benefit us to actually make the 3D structure of the body before sticking the legs on the other side. So I think that we might actually do that. So from the side, this is the side view. We have kind of like the skeleton of our creeper. The head will be popped up there at a certain point. But yeah, that's what we have at the moment. So if you were to take this and simply extend it across, we're going to work on the body shape of the creeper first of all. We want to take the pivotal points, the outside points of the body. We want to take not this part at the top, but we want to focus on this lower part of the body, and we want to extend it across by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. So the lower part of the body, all of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. Now, the reason that we are doing this is because the taller part of the body is actually not as thin, so the body actually gradiates a little bit. It's not all the same. So we're going to take the lower half of the body and we're just going to extend it all. And again, you guys know where it's supposed to start and where it's supposed to stop, because we have the outline. So we just have to extend these up, and then we have to come inwards like this. So the entire lower part, so here. It's quite a task to do it because the body is quite big, but this is probably the easiest way to do it. And then we can stick the legs on the other side, and then we can focus on the head. So here, we don't have to do that little corner there, so there. And then you can see that we're actually going to have to do the smaller part as well, but that'll be okay. So here, and we'll stop there, and then we'll start working on this side as well. So here, the lower part. Extend, extend, extend. We're actually almost done with this part in particular. So this here, this wants to get extended as well. And then as you can see from that other side here, so from this side, this row would have to get extended forwards and then connected down like that, if that makes sense. So you can see from this side, we're using this side as a bit of a reference here. It has to be extended and connected down. This row has to be joined here, and then these rows, just like this, joined upwards. We can fill the side of this in completely using the lime, and then we will do the kind of like more neck part. So this is more so the body, kind of, and then the smaller part is kind of like, I think of it more so as the neck. So you can see that from this side here, this part, this area, has to be extended across, but it stops one row short of this side. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to extend all of this across, but it's just going to stop one row short of this side. And I'm actually just going to copy the outline myself. From the opposite side. I'm just going to copy the outline, and I'll extend integral blocks across just to make sure that everything stays all lined up like this. But yeah, I'm just going to copy the outline and then just fill it in. So here, and then we'll have to, of course, fill the bottom of the, again, this is more so the neck, fill the bottom of the neck area in like this. We don't really have to fill the front of this in because that is where the head is going to be, so we don't really have to fill the front of that in. We can leave that blank, but the sides certainly do, and the back certainly has to be as well, all completely filled in. A lot of lime concrete being thrown around in this particular tutorial, ladies and gentlemen. So here, 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 and then just the back here, and the top also does have to be filled in as well, because again, the head will not be, the head will not cover that. So that's the body. You can see how it all kind of like gradiates. We kind of have like the lower part of the body's a little bit fatter, and then when we get to the neck is a little bit skinnier, but we have the exact same shape as we do on both sides. And what that will then allow us to do is work on the legs. So the legs, again, it's quite easy to make, really. You can see where the leg here starts on this side of the body. So if you just follow along, you follow along the same row, and you can see it starts 2 rows inwards. So on the front left-hand side of the creeper, you want to, from this bottom corner, move up and to the right. And then we want to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lime concrete extending forwards. We then want to extend that lime down by 3. 1, 2, 3, and then across by 3 as well. So 1, 2, 3, and then we can extend up, join back to this corner, and then this corner will want to extend backwards by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Join. We can take this corner down. 1, 2, 3. Extend forwards. Extend across like this. And extend up. So, as you can see, exact same leg as we have on this side here. So, when it then comes down to it, we want to have another leg, of course. So, on the front top left-hand corner of the shape that we've just made, we just want to drop down by 2. 1, 2. And we're going to have a lime concrete extending out the side here, I do believe. And then we're going to want to extend that line forwards by 3. 1, 2, 3, like this. And then right by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that will join back to the leg, like so. We want to extend the corners down by 1, wherever you can find yourself a corner. We then want to place a grey concrete below each one of the corners that we just placed. And then black concrete extending all the way down to the ground, like this. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Black concrete extend down to the ground. You can join it together at the bottom, and you can make the same kind of like square shape that you did earlier. You can extend this last corner up by the correct amount of black with the grey concrete in between. You can fill in between all of the black areas as well, of course, using black. And then you can fill the rest of the leg in using the lime. So just like this. So lime, more black, lime, and then a bit more black here, and lime. So that's great. And in doing that, that gives us the second to last leg that we have to make. We can fill it all in using lime. The sides of this, we can also, again, we can fill all this in with lime, all of these sides, like so. We can fill the top in. And then all we will have to do is the back leg, which is, oh, how did that happen? Mutated. We'll just have to make the back leg, which is, of course, it's pretty symmetrical to this leg. So, except it's on the back. That's pretty much the only difference. So here, but yeah, so far we've got like a 3-legged mutant creeper without a head. It's pretty creepy, actually. I guess it's in the name, but yeah. So on the back of the build, we're going to want to do a very similar thing. So on the back of the build, you'll come down to the bottom right-hand corner, and then you'll move inwards 1. I do believe it's only 1, isn't it? Yeah. Back corner, you'll move inwards 1, up by 1. We'll place ourselves a row of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lime concrete extending out the back from that point. We'll extend the lime concrete across by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And that gives us all the information we need to know about this shape. We can then extend all those blocks across and forwards, and we can turn it into a solid shape. So we can then extend across and forwards, and it can all connect together, and we can turn it into a big giant rectangle, which will make it just much easier for us to fill in a little bit later. Those are all the dimensions of the leg on the back in particular. And then all we will have to do is we'll work from the... Where will we work from? Shall we do it from the side? It might be a bit easier. So on the side, here, bottom corner, we're going to move inwards by 1, 2. We're going to place a lime. we're going to extend that line up and then back by 3. 1, 2, 3, like that. We're going to extend down. Grey concretes extending down from each of those, with black concretes extending down to the ground. The black concrete will join together at the bottom, and both corners will extend across by 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Join together. Make the two corner black concretes as high as the rest of the leg, with grey concretes on top. And then we will fill in between with all of the black. We'll fill in between with the black, and then we will simply add the lime. Then we'll just have to fill what I will refer to as the chunky part of the leg. We will fill that in with some more lime. So this will extend up, of course. This side too, we need to add the lime. And also this side. It's very easy to miss blocks because of how we've kind of like made it like this. Yeah, and then we just fill this in. Don't remember that, you know what, we'll do underneath next because it's just so easy to forget. Or at least it's easy for me because we won't be coming down here again, really. And we'll fill this side, and I'll specifically do the parts that are easy to forget about. So this side, like the ends underneath, kind of like the inwards parts that you mostly wouldn't see. If you've only got to add a couple of blocks, then again, it's also easy to miss as well. So all that filled in. And in doing that, ladies and gentlemen, you will have made a nice even set of legs for your mutant creeper, which I'm pretty happy about, because that is, believe it or not, that is the hardest part of the tutorial complete. Thank goodness, because it was kind of hard to put that together, to be honest with you. Next thing we have to do is the head. So when it comes to the head, we want to place a row of lime concrete that sits around and in front of the entire outside of the square shape that we have at the top of the build. So it's actually easier to just kind of show you how this ends up looking. Basically, kind of like this. It's almost like a big giant green wood chipper like that, or kind of like a pipe from Mario. So it just sits on the outside like that. We take the top of this and we add another row to it, like so. And then we extend all four corners of this forwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you kind of have the dimensions of the head. That somehow looks even creepier than... We've really got to give this thing a face. Oddly enough, it's going to look less creepy when it's done. Okay, so we want to take the bottom pair of lime concretes and we want to extend them inwards each by 1. We then want to place 2 black concretes extending inwards from both sides. We then want to place lime in between them and extend the lime upwards by 1. We want to add 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 of black concrete, 1, 2, 3, on the 2 rows of 2 black concrete. Join them together in the middle and take those 2 blocks in the middle and place black concrete on top. You then want to place 3 rows of lime on top of the middle. You want to place light grey concrete next to the bottom pair of limes. Grey concrete, 1, 2, 1, 2, next to the light grey concrete. And then 2 rows of grey concrete, making it as high as the lime that we have surrounding us. In doing that, you will have a mutant creeper face that's still looking creepy, but if you simply just like join all of the corners of the head together now, the front corners all joined together, and we've already kind of connected all of the rest of it together like this, yeah, it's slowly looking less creepy. And then all you would have to do is fill the bottom of the head in, the sides of the head, the top of the head, you guys get the idea, fill all of it in using your lime concrete, and then you will have what I think is a pretty impressive, oddly shaped, pretty creepy, pretty mutated mutant creeper statue. Pretty cool, actually. I'm pretty happy with it. It's honestly, if you wanted to, you could add all of the creeper details. Like, if you take a look at a creeper, of course, it's not just lime concrete, but I thought that this build was difficult enough already, without adding, like, a huge level of detail to it, that I think that we're just better off just having it lime instead of trying to add the kind of like grainy texture that the creeper does, like with the, you know how when you look at creepers there's like a little bit of white and there's a little bit like grey and sometimes some different shades of green and stuff. Like I just think that that would be a huge mistake. I think that we would be kicking ourselves if we did that. So yeah, nice. All in all, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the creeper will look like. Let me get rid of the grid so we can truly appreciate this monstrosity. And plus, I think oh no, I've not forgotten a block. It's just the body. Never mind. Let me get rid of the other concrete. So this is what your mutant creeper statue should look like once it has been 100% fully completed. This build really is exactly what it says on the tin. Mutant creeper statue, that's exactly what it is. It's mutated, it's creepy, and it's most certainly a statue. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please do remember to drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate that, and so would Creepy Creeper as well. If you are new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel, clicking the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box, so you'll get to see awesome things like this and that, all on the channel, sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make anything else by me, you can see that we've actually got a bit of a variety going. Check out the card system, the description below, and the top of the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.